I'm JJ. Welcome back. Today I'm going to do a TBR for my graphic novels. The first one is Wake, the Hidden History of Women-Led Slave Revolts. I'm excited for this one. It's very long, long-winded, not your typical stuff because it has to have a lot of facts and data and stuff in it, but I am interested in this one. And then this one I know is going to be a hard read. Not that one's not going to be, but this is Grass. And this is basically the story of comfort women for soldiers during the war. This one's going to be different. I was researching this one not just when I was doing the Nagasaki and Hiroshima anniversary, but also I had recently read an Indonesian book called Birth Canal, and one of the storylines in there featured a comfort soldier or a comfort woman for a soldier, and so this is Japanese comfort women. I guess I didn't grab it when I was doing my TBR, but I also have Barefoot Jen. The first 2 volumes is going to be my read with this. It was recommended to me when I was working on that Hiroshima and Nagasaki video because I had gone to my Japanese class club, and that was the book that they recommended for understanding the after effects of the dropping of the bombs on the children there, because so many were left orphaned, and so it's the story of the orphaned children who had survived those bombings. So once again, graphic novels, but none of them are very light-hearted. These are all quite deep and emotional. The next is Black Hole and Red Bandanas. So I learned about this basically war within the United States reading Demon Copperhead. And obviously when I read stuff, I have to always fall down a rabbit hole and learn a little bit more. So this was a strike at the mine. They called it the Mine Wars in West Virginia. So they used red bandanas to cover themselves while working in the mines. So that's where the red bandanas come from. The next, I showed this on another video for TBR for the year, but this is The Curse of Monte Cristo. The Curse of Monte Cristo instead of The Count of Monte Cristo. It's a like a retelling that involves demons and stuff like that. So and this is the first one that has actual colored inside. All the rest have been in black and white. I do enjoy art, but I specifically enjoy art when it's colorful and stuff. So I really hope that I enjoy that one as much as I want to. The next one I also talked about. I got this one at a Pride event in its local, or I guess a local artist's creation, but it's Rainbow in the Dark. And so this is going to be, this has some really, I always love their art. So I'm really excited about this. Let me find a really good picture. But this every time I go to an event, I go to a lot of Comic Cons, whether they're Chicago or Grand Rapids, and they are always at these events, and I always get their artwork. I don't know, I just like their art. And so this one tells the story of two alternate realities. One is in color and one is in black and white, and how they have to basically fight to see which of the realities should exist, which one is more real. The one in color, where there's a lot of, I think it represents diversity and stuff, whereas the one in black and white is just not only is it monochromatic, but it's also very boring and cookie cutter, and everybody is the same, always doing the same thing type of thing, and which reality is worth saving. And then the other one has been on my TBR for a long time, and I've not read it, but I have the collection of Mouse. So this is essentially a survivor's tale. But I didn't know there was other artwork in it, for the Holocaust. So here are the two books that are for that. And so I enjoy comic books and graphic novels as a form of media. And most of the comics I read are usually X-Men. I really enjoyed growing up Daredevil, and specifically when it came to DC, the Superman family. I really love the Young Justice stuff, and prior to that it was it was Young Justice, and then they became Teen Titans, the different version than the Titans that like Nightwing and all those were on. So I really enjoy going back to those, but I still primarily stay within the X-Men storyline and universe. There's far too much to read otherwise. I always pick up if there's different events, or I've gotten into Green Arrow lately, but specifically for Jessica Cruz. I really found her character fascinating. If you want to get into the Green Lantern universe ever, I was told to start with her story, because that's Green Lanterns, and she has to basically share the mantle with a Muslim, an Arab character, who is the only Green Lantern that also carries a gun, because he doesn't trust the lantern, the ring, and its power. And so he was branded a terrorist wrongly. And so his character is a very interesting, heroic character as well. And Jessica Cruz is battling PTSD. She was agoraphobic, stayed in the house for a long time, afraid of everything, and they became two of my favorite heroes. So if you are interested in exploring the DC universe, or understanding the Green Lanterns, which it's so complicated because it's so much more sci-fi than a lot of the common stuff, with like even with Superman and stuff. So I was always scared of the depth of that, but I am very much a character driven person, and so exploring it with two new Green Lanterns as they try to navigate the wider universe, the other DC heroes, their interactions with each other, having to try to share this mantle and learn to trust, was very grounded in a very profound story. So I became obsessed and read that whole story, and then followed the characters elsewhere in some of the other stories they did. So I know this is not typical what we talk about on BookTube, but this is my channel and I can talk about what I want. So I do recommend those if you do have any questions of where to start. If you want to get into any of the superhero comics, I have many favorites and some good places to start. If you have any suggestions or comments on these graphic novels that I'm gonna be working my way through, I would love to hear your thoughts on those. And if you have any similar suggestions based on these themes or these topics, you should by now know a bit about what I enjoy. So I would love to hear any recommendations that you have. But anyway, once again, happy reading. And these will, I was going to say these would be my lighter fare because they won't take nearly as long to read, but topic wise, these are not going to be any lighter than any of the other stuff that I'm reading. So I'm just going to have to find a moment and time when I'm ready to consume and immerse myself into some of these darker times in our history. Anyway, as always, enjoy. Thank you.